If you're over 50 and you think slowing down is inevitable, what I'm about to share might completely change how you see aging. In Japan, some of the longest living elders in the world don't rely on gyms, supplements, or extreme workouts. They quietly perform a few simple movements every single day, and these movements are the reason many of them stay strong, flexible, and independent well into their 80s and 90s. Imagine waking up in your 70s or 80s, without stiff joints, without fear of falling, without pain controlling your day. This isn't genetics alone. It's daily movement, small, intentional, and deeply rooted in tradition. In Japan, aging is not treated as decline. It's treated as refinement. Elders are respected, not sidelined, and their bodies are gently trained every day to keep moving as one connected system. What's fascinating is that these movements are not intense. They're not exhausting. And yet, science now confirms they work better for longevity than many modern fitness routines. Let us start with the most important truth Japanese elders understand. The body is designed to move often, not hard. Long periods of sitting are the real enemy of aging muscles. Research shows that after age 50, adults lose muscle mass not because they re-old but because they stop using their muscles in natural ways. Japanese elders counter this by building movement into daily life, not as exercise but as ritual. One of the first movements they practice daily is slow, deep squatting, not for reps, not for weight. Just controlled, relaxed squatting, often while holding onto a support or lowering themselves toward the floor. This movement keeps the hips, knees, and ankles alive. In fact, studies from Asia show that elders who can still squat and rise from the floor have significantly lower risk of disability and heart-related death. This one movement strengthens the legs, improves balance, and maintains joint lubrication. Western cultures often lose this ability early, but Japanese elders protect it like gold. Another daily movement is deliberate walking, but not rushed walking. It's upright, mindful walking with small steps and relaxed arms. Elders focus on posture, letting the spine lengthen and the shoulders drop. This style of walking activates deep core muscles and improves circulation without stressing the joints. Science backs this up. Slow, posture-focused walking improves insulin sensitivity, lowers blood pressure, and reduces joint inflammation more effectively than fast, sloppy steps. But what really sets Japanese elders apart is how they move their spine. Every day, they gently twist, bend, and extend their backs through comfortable ranges of motion. Not forcefully, never aggressively. These movements keep the spine hydrated and flexible. When the spine stiffens, everything ages faster, balance worsens, digestion slows, breathing becomes shallow. Gentle spinal movement stimulates nerves, improves lung capacity, and even supports brain health by increasing blood flow. There is also a strong focus on standing up and sitting down multiple times a day without using the hands when possible. This simple action trains leg strength and coordination. In Japan, many elders sit on low surfaces or the floor, which naturally forces the body to stay strong. Western chairs make life easier short-term, but they quietly weaken the body over decades. Repeated sit-to-stand movement is now recognized by geriatric researchers as one of the strongest predictors of independence in old age. Breathing is another overlooked movement. Japanese elders often practice slow nasal breathing combined with gentle arm movements. This calms the nervous system and lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates aging. Deep, controlled breathing improves oxygen delivery to muscles and organs, which means better energy, better sleep, and better recovery. Modern science confirms that slow breathing can reduce inflammation and improve heart rate variability, key markers of longevity. What's remarkable is that none of these movements feel like exercise. They feel like living. And that's exactly the point. Japanese elders don't separate fitness from life. Movement is woven into everything they do: standing, walking, reaching, breathing. And here's the most important part. These movements are done every day. Not perfectly, not intensely, but consistently. Consistency beats intensity when it comes to aging well. Even 5 to 10 minutes, repeated daily, creates profound changes in muscle memory, joint health, and confidence. In the next part, I'll share more daily movements Japanese elders rely on, including one simple habit that dramatically reduces fall risk and another that keeps hands and shoulders young. But more importantly, I'll explain how you can start doing these movements safely at home, even if you haven't exercised in years.
One of the most powerful daily movements Japanese elders practice is single leg balance.
You'll often see older adults standing on one leg while brushing their teeth, waiting for the kettle to boil, or holding onto a counter for light support. This isn't random, it's intentional. Balance is the first physical skill we lose as we age, and it's the biggest predictor of falls. Studies from Japan show that elders who can stand on one leg for even 30 seconds have significantly lower risk of fractures and cognitive decline. Balancing wakes up deep stabilizing muscles in the feet, ankles, hips, and core, while also stimulating the brain. When balance improves, confidence returns and confidence keeps people moving. Another daily movement is gentle shoulder and arm swinging. In Japanese culture, arms are rarely kept stiff or locked. Elders regularly circle their shoulders, swing their arms forward and back, and reach overhead in smooth, relaxed motions. This keeps the shoulders mobile and prevents the frozen, rounded posture so common with aging. Healthy shoulders aren't just about pain-free arms. They directly affect breathing and circulation. When the shoulders open, the chest expands, allowing deeper breaths and better oxygen flow to the heart and brain. Hand and finger movement is also treated as essential. Japanese elders frequently open and close their hands, rotate their wrists, and stretch their fingers throughout the day. This may seem small, but it has a big impact. The hands have a high concentration of nerve endings, and moving them sends strong signals to the brain. Research links regular hand movement to better grip strength, improved coordination, and even slower cognitive decline. Strong hands also mean independence, the ability to cook, dress, and care for oneself without help. There is also a deep respect for controlled lowering movements. Instead of dropping into chairs, elders slowly lower themselves down. Instead of bending quickly, they hinge with awareness. These slow, controlled motions strengthen muscles in a way fast movements cannot. Eccentric muscle contractions, where muscles lengthen under control, are now known to be extremely effective for maintaining strength in older adults with minimal joint stress. Another subtle but powerful habit is frequent posture resets. Japanese elders often pause, lengthen the spine, tuck the chin slightly, and relax the shoulders. This simple reset takes seconds but prevents the forward head posture that compresses the neck, restricts breathing, and contributes to chronic pain. Over time, these micro-adjustments retrain the body to stay upright naturally. What's important to understand is that these movements are never pushed to exhaustion. Pain is not a goal. Discomfort is not celebrated. The Japanese philosophy is to stay just below strain, allowing the body to adapt gently. This aligns perfectly with modern research, showing that low-impact, frequent movement reduces inflammation and supports joint longevity, far better than sporadic intense workouts, especially after age 50. Many elders also combine movement with purpose. Walking to the market, tending a garden, cleaning the home, these are not chores. They're functional exercise. Gardening alone involves squatting, reaching, gripping, and balance, all in one session. Studies from Okinawa show that elders who engage in daily purposeful movement have lower rates of depression, better metabolic health, and stronger immune systems. What makes this approach so powerful is how sustainable it is. There's no pressure, no comparison, no fear of missing a workout. Movement becomes as natural as breathing. And when movement is natural, it becomes lifelong. If you're over 50 and feel stiff, weak, or unsteady, this isn't a failure. It's simply a signal that your body needs gentle daily reminders to move the way it was designed to move. You don't need to start all 6 movements at once. Even choosing one like balance practice or slow squatting can begin rewiring your body in weeks. In the next part 1, I'll tie all 6 movements together and explain how to build them into your daily routine in a way that feels effortless, safe, and realistic. No gym, no equipment, and no previous fitness experience required. The beauty of these 6 movements is not in doing them perfectly, but in weaving them gently into your day so they almost disappear into your routine. Japanese elders don't set aside an exercise hour. Instead, they attach movement to moments that already exist. Standing up becomes a strength exercise. Waiting becomes a balance drill. Breathing becomes a calming practice. This is how movement stays consistent for decades. A simple way to begin is in the morning. When you wake up, before rushing into the day, take 1 minute to lengthen your spine. Sit or stand tall, roll your shoulders slowly, and take 5 deep nasal breaths. This wakes up your nervous system and prepares your joints for the day ahead. Then, perform a few controlled sit-to-stand movements from your bed or chair, focusing on slow lowering and steady rising. This alone activates the legs, hips, and core, the foundation of independence. As you move through your day, use walking as posture practice. Keep your steps natural and relaxed. Let your arms swing freely. Imagine a string gently lifting the top of your head. This small mental cue can instantly improve balance and reduce joint stress. When you stop walking at the sink, the counter, or the stove, lift one foot slightly and practice standing on one leg for a few seconds. Hold on to support if needed. Over time, your balance will improve without you even thinking about it. During quiet moments, move your hands. Open and close your fingers. Rotate your wrists. Stretch your palms. These small actions keep the hands strong and the brain engaged. Add gentle spinal movements during the day, slow twists, side bends, and forward folds within a comfortable range. Never force. The goal is fluidity, not flexibility records. In the evening, Japanese elders often lower themselves to sit more slowly and rise with intention. This reinforces strength without fatigue. Before bed, slow breathing combined with gentle arm movements signals the nervous system to relax, improving sleep quality. Better sleep means better recovery, better hormones, and better aging. What makes this approach so powerful is how it respects the body's changing needs. After 50, the body responds best to frequent signals of movement rather than occasional overload. Muscles stay active, joints stay nourished, the brain stays alert. And confidence grows, the quiet confidence of knowing your body can still support you. Longevity researchers often talk about compression of morbidity, meaning living well for longer, and shortening the period of illness at the end of life. These daily movements help achieve exactly that. They don't promise immortality, but they greatly increase the odds of living independently, pain-free, and engaged with life. Japanese elders aren't stronger because they try harder. They're stronger because they never stop moving in simple, meaningful ways. And the most encouraging part is this: it's never too late to start. Even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, the body adapts quickly when treated with patience and respect. These 6 movements, slow squatting, mindful walking, spinal mobility, sit-to-stand strength, balance practice, and breathing with gentle arm motion, work together as a system. Each supports the others. Together, they create a body that feels capable instead of fragile. This is not exercise for vanity. It's movement for life. If there is one lesson to take from Japanese elders, it is this: aging well is not about fighting your body, it is about listening to it. Strength doesn't come from pushing harder. It comes from showing up every day in small, respectful ways. These simple movements may look ordinary, but over time, they quietly rebuild strength, protect joints, sharpen the mind, and restore confidence. After 50, your body doesn't need punishment. It needs reminders. Reminders to stand tall, to breathe deeply, to move with intention. When you do that consistently, the body responds faster than most people expect. Stiffness softens. Balance improves. Fear of falling fades. And daily life feels lighter again. You don't need to do all 6 movements perfectly. You don't need special clothes, equipment, or a gym membership. Start where you are. One movement today is better than none. 5 minutes done daily is more powerful than one long workout done once a week. In Japan, elders don't measure success by how hard they train, but by how long they stay independent. Being able to rise from the floor, walk without pain, carry groceries, play with grandchildren. These are the true markers of health. Your body is still capable of adapting, healing, and becoming stronger no matter your age. Treat it kindly, move it often, and let consistency do the work. Because growing older is inevitable, but growing weaker doesn't have to be.